All right, so we're going to talk about Egypt, spiritual Egypt, but the northern kingdom going into spiritual Egypt. We have Deuteronomy 28:68, the classic, the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way, whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. And we understand this is spiritual Egypt. And a good way to prove that, we often go to Revelation 11, verse 8. But this is another tool that we can use to prove spiritual Egypt in the scriptures. In Hosea 9, I read from 1 to 3. It says, Rejoice not, O Israel, for joy, as other people, for thou hast gone a whoring from thy God. Thou hast loved a reward upon every corn floor. The floor and the winepress shall not feed them, and the new wine shall fail her. So this is the Lord giving us, a hip talk for him being angry with us and saying he's going to punish us. Verse 3 says, They shall not dwell in the Lord's land, but Ephraim shall return to Egypt, and they shall eat unclean things in Assyria. And we know that the northern kingdom largely was taken to Assyria sometime after the prophet Hosea warned them. But then it says Ephraim shall return to Egypt. But they didn't go to literal Egypt, they went to spiritual Egypt, the house of bondage. And even if you go into the notes in the blue letter, it says not into Egypt itself, but into another bondage as bad as that. So the blue letter knows that Egypt in the Bible can be referring to the house of bondage. And another precept that it lists is Hosea 8:13. They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of mine offerings and eat it, but the Lord accepteth them not. Now will he remember their iniquity and visit their sins. They shall return to Egypt. But they didn't go to literal Egypt in large number. They went to Assyria. That's why it said back in Hosea 9 that they're going to return to Egypt and eat the unclean things of Assyria. Shall eat unclean things in Assyria. So all praise to the Most High. Another tool that we can use to prove our point, precept upon precept.